else find it ironic that MAGA says to you, quote, prove it, but when Donald Trump says that the earth is flat, they believe it?
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is Thursday, July 24th. Tomorrow is Friday. I got a buddy coming over, so I'm not going to be able to record tomorrow. So I want to make sure I leave you guys with something for tomorrow, so I'm going to record a couple of videos tonight. I'm hoping I can get one edited and finished tonight, but you guys should still have something up for tomorrow. I just posted up that other video today asking you guys about the doing a live, and seems like a positive response from you guys. So I am going to look into it. Again, I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm actually even going to look up a tutorial video or two to make sure I do it properly, but I will try and get that kicking off. We will try and aim for maybe next Friday. I'll let you guys know through the week coming up. Besides that, let's get into it.
Well, I don't like Trump anymore. Can we be friends again? Not a popsicle's chance in hell there, you slack-jawed fucking sycophant. Because despite whatever harebrained and most likely selfish reason you have for disavowing your orange daddy, it does not cleanse your soul nor my view of you for the shit that you let slide. Because here's a list of things that weren't deal breakers for you over the last 8 fucking years. Sexual abuse, bigotry, an attempt to overthrow the Constitution, countless human rights violations, and just about every form of ism on the face of the fucking planet. And none of it mattered to you. And unfortunately, all of it matters when you're applying for friendship or respect from me. And unlike a late payment on a credit report, that shit doesn't fall off after 7 fucking years. That's not to say that there aren't people who can experience a genuine transformation. Some of these people are just so fucking stupid that it's taken until now to see the consequences of what they've done. But unfortunately, those consequences don't go away. The people whose lives are ruined, the people who just aren't here anymore, their lives don't just restart when you change your fucking vote. So I'm happy to see you wake up, but it's gonna be from arm's fucking length.
Martin Luther King files were released today, but the funny thing is, it's not the Epstein files. And that's what we care about now, Donnie boy. Good try, little buddy. Good try.
It genuinely pisses me the fuck off, the fact that both David Lynch died at 77, and today Ozzy Osbourne died at 76, and we still have this fuck-ass president in fucking office, and he's fucking 77. We lost 2 visionary, legendary artists that have been so important to just the cultural zeitgeist around the world, and like we still have this fuck ass president. Grim Reaper keeps getting the wrong one. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say this for you real slow so you can really understand. Shut the fuck up. I'm so glad we had this talk.
So you know how they say that things happen in threes? Well, I was thinking, rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. And can you imagine the peace that we would all collectively be resting in if that is number 3? Oh, please be number 3, please.
I got a strike for saying that Donald Trump is a liar, a pedophile, a rapist, a convicted felon. Yeah, I think it's time for TikTok to be banned. Like, if we can't even state facts anymore, we've got issues.
Some massive breaking news right now. This feels like the Watergate moment where the dam busts open and suddenly the entire scandal becomes uncontrollable. Senator Dick Durbin, the top-ranking Democrat on the Senate Judiciary Committee, which has oversight over the FBI, confirms that back in March, over 1,000 FBI agents were put on round-the-clock duty 24/7, scrubbing through 100,000 documents and files related to Jeffrey Epstein's trafficking ring, and their sole purpose was to flag any reference to Donald J. Trump. This administration is actively trying to cover his tracks, and it has been found out now that this is going on. I know we live in a 24/7 news cycle. I know that everything is breaking news, and everybody comes on here and says, this is a really huge story. This is the most consequential scandal in American political history, and we just hit the moment that I do believe History will look back on and say Friday, July 18th, 2025 was the day that Donald Trump found out he was doomed.
Okay, so this guy thinks that he has a Watergate moment here. This was filmed on July 18th. Today's the 24th. 6 days later, this is the only guy, and I see a lot of these leftist influencers, this is the only one I've seen even mention this, but we're talking about Dick Durbin here. Okay, so Oversight Committee. They do oversight on the FBI. And what Dick Durbin is claiming is that back in March, Trump had a team of people scrubbing through all the Epstein files to make sure his name is removed off of it. This guy's claiming 100,000 documents that they were scrubbing Trump's name off of, making it sound like Donald Trump was all over the Epstein files. You might as well just call it the Trump files at this point. Now, if this story had any form of validity to it, wouldn't we be hearing it from other leftists? Wouldn't we be hearing the left-wing media screaming about this? So no, this is obviously just more left-wing propaganda between themselves, not even propaganda laid out for anybody on the right. This is more propaganda to spread between themselves because they want to play make-believe that Donald Trump is the biggest pedophile in human history. In the video I posted up today, the last sequence was about Jeffrey Epstein. And one of you guys in the comments mentioned something, and I'm happy you did because I've been meaning to bring it up and I kept constantly forgetting, but that was Dan Bongino. If you guys remember, just a couple weeks ago, Dan Bongino was on his way out the door. He was saying it was either him or Pam Bondi. Then all of a sudden, within a week's time, Dan Bongino's back to work, he's in good spirits, and he's working on something very important. Dan Bongino was not going to step foot back in that office unless justice was going to be served. Before getting Bongino back into the FBI office, Trump had to speak to him directly himself. As I've been saying, and I stand by it, I stand firmly by it, this is a game of leverage. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, the liberals are just a little bit too dumb and blind to actually see it. They're having a lot of fun right now. Let them have their fun while they can. When we finally do get to see some Epstein evidence, am I expecting to see Trump's name on it? Maybe here and there. Am I expecting to see his name on it in any alleged way of accusations being put towards him of pedophilia or any type of sexual abuse? No, I'm not. What I am expecting to see is a whole bunch of other names that the liberals are going to jump out of the defense for. If you think about it, look how many times it was mentioned and logged on the flight logs about Bill Clinton traveling to that island. I think it was over 20 times. They stay absolutely silent about that, and they still respect the man. Yet now you have liberals jumping in front of camera saying it doesn't matter if it's somebody on the left or the right. If you did an act like this, you deserve to go to jail. Absolutely agreed. If there's Republicans, people that are on the right, even some of my favorite senators and congressmen, if I would see that they were part of this scandal, absolutely throw them behind bars. But I don't see any of them saying a single thing like when it comes to Bill Clinton. I find that a little bit odd.
The United States government and the U.S. Congress are actively covering up for a global sex crime ring. That's what's happening. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson making the move to cancel Congress until September is clear-cut evidence that our government is actively suppressing evidence that shows that Donald Trump was a friend and ally to Jeffrey Epstein, and they're doing everything they can to actively cover that up. Why? Because it kills their agenda. If that all falls apart, well, this is obstruction of justice. What they're doing here is criminal. They're actively covering up a ring of sex offenders, billionaires, celebrities, Democrats, Republicans, it does not matter. Burn them all. Put them all in prison. I want accountability for all of them. But let's not mistake here. Our government is actually condoning these crimes and helping the President of the United States cover them up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if I find out you support Trump, I'm probably gonna beat you the fuck up. I probably will, and especially if you try to debate me on that, I'm probably gonna just end up beating you the fuck up. Cause it's not even about the politics no more.
It's free Palestine, or I can't be your friend. Do with that what you will.
I've just been hearing like the most ridiculous, asinine, to top it off, bullshit that this administration wants to put out there. So now they are asking the American people, you and me, to donate money via Venmo to bring down the national fucking debt. Get the fuck out of here, you motherfuckers. You got some serious audacity to sit up here and ask the American people, who you are totally lying to on a daily, not even daily, 24/7.
Hey, this is just a reminder, a hypothetical reminder that if you need to pop a car's tire, don't pop it on the side, pop it on the front where it's smooth so that it pops right and you don't hurt yourself. Hypothetically, if you happen to see a car that sells ice or something like that, you know, front, not side, okay? Because you will hurt yourself.
Hey, if you're MAGA and you're watching this, hope you shit yourself today. Thank you.
They're releasing the Martin Luther King files like we didn't already know the FBI did that shit. America will always have a new distraction, bro. Like, oh, Trump and your favorite celebrities might have been touching kids. Look at the blacks. Look at the blacks. Look at the blacks.
Hey, do you guys want to do something really fucking impactful to take down Amazon? Right now, it is Prime Week. And you know what would really fucking hurt them during Prime Week? If we all went into Amazon, if you still have an account, put just a fuck ton of shit, high-priced items, all sorts of things in your cart, and just abandon it. Like, click 100 of those items. It will take them out of stock. And other people won't be able to buy them. And if we all fucking did that for the next few days while it's Prime Week, guys, big fucking moves. Spread this shit around. This is some easy resistance that all of us can fucking do right now. And the way their platform's set up, it will hurt them really fucking hard. They're already seeing like 41% down from what they're expecting from Prime Week, from the first day. So if we can get those numbers even higher, that would be great. So comment, share, spread this around. Put it in your story, stitch it, whatever the fuck. Let's spread this around because we could make a really fucking big impact right now.
I thought you guys, speaking to the liberals out there, the highly educated, critical thinking, pattern recognition, all that good stuff, I thought you guys were truly supposed to be the smart ones. At least that's what you guys keep saying. I don't think any site has been set up that way in about 30 years, maybe even longer than that, maybe even the early 90s, where you put something in a shopping cart and it takes it out of inventory. Absolutely not. How many times have I had something in my shopping cart in Amazon? And I've done my fair share of shopping on Amazon, guys. I'm sure most of you guys have as well. There's been things that I've put in my cart and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pick that up on Thursday after I get paid. I'm just gonna put it in there so I don't forget about it. Then it's gone. It's happened to me over and over and over. Jeff Bezos, to this young liberal out there, did not get filthy rich by setting up his site in such a stupid way where morons like you can come up with ingenious ideas like this to sabotage them on what would be one of their biggest shopping days of the year. And it's just hilarious because you can see it in her crazy eyeballs when they pop wide open. She thought she had some ingenious epiphany of an idea here. And the funny thing is, she actually has quite a few followers. We've seen her on the channel several times now. This is like the keyboard warrior girl. She's the one who tries to encourage everybody to go out and protest. She sets up all these different ideas of how to resist, yet you never see her leave her house once. I'm willing to bet that her woke-tard followers actually took her advice, stocked up their shopping carts with all sorts of like Alexas and all sorts of blink cameras and all sorts of stuff like that, and thought that they were actually making a difference. And the funny thing is, they probably looked at the inventory like, shit, there's still some inventory, I better add more. And they had their shopping cart all full, just waiting, and they actually thought that they were making a difference. They were resisting, guys. They were sticking it to the billionaires. The absolute sheer stupidity that I hear out of some of these liberals, I mean, it's quite funny. It really truly is, but also in some ways it's quite sad that these people have the legal right to cast a vote for who gets to lead their country. People with this type of mentality, people with this type of intelligence. And this is just a simple example. This is not really about politics, although it's pretty much all politically motivated what she's going with here. But I've said it before and I will say it again. These guys claim to be so highly intelligent, so highly educated, and all that blah, blah, blah. I genuinely sit here and wonder how so many of you liberals have actually made it to adulthood safely.
Do you have any idea how important you are? Do you folks have any clue? You are the most important part of this entire country. Because you are part of we, the people. We, the people who have the power. If we didn't, They, the powerful, wouldn't divide us. We, the people, have a force so great that even the most tyrannical human would run in fear of what we can produce when we band together. We, the people, are louder than me. And I'm a loud motherfucker. We, the people, are important. And they, the powerful, need to take note. We, the people, can now see what we are worth. We're coming for every last bit.
It's the year 2025. When the fuck are boomers and corporations gonna get over piercings, tattoos, and colorful hair? Especially at the retail level. You fuckers are paying $10 to $18 an hour. You want me to get rid of my personal identity? Absolutely not.
Okay, at the risk of sounding stupid, I don't actually understand how you can be an American and also anti-immigrant. That does not make any sense to me.
My opposition to AI usage makes a lot more sense when you realize that the task it is replacing or doing for us is thinking. I trust a machine to do my dishes, not to make my decisions for me.
Cages are not for humans. A group of lawmakers toured Alligator Alcatraz over the weekend, and they said they're keeping 32 men in a single cage with 6 cages per tent. Nothing in the cages except bunk beds. One detainee even said they took his Bible from him. And I've said this from the beginning, but Trump's strategy has been to dehumanize these people. And within his base, he has succeeded. And I'm not a Democrat. I was a lifelong Republican before Trump came along, but I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. This is wrong. This is evil. This is unhuman. And anyone who is on board with this, I am begging you to check your hearts.
I'm going to say this one time and one time only. We are okay with Democrats who are on the Epstein list getting prosecuted and thrown in prison. Now you go, Mega.
It's really important to me that you know that President Trump releasing an AI video of President Obama being arrested and also releasing the MLK files when the King family does not want them released, it is very strategic, and it is not just the random musings of a madman. You see, his MAGA base right now is crumbling because of these Epstein files that he refuses to release. And so he's scrambling to bring them back together. And as MVP said, he uses the same old tire playbook over and over, but unfortunately for his base, it always works. And what is the one thing that always rallies his base back together? No matter their differences, no matter what else they're outraged about, there's always one thing that they can all come together on, and that is racism. It is no coincidence that he is attacking two of the most successful, revered, world-changing black men in history right at the same time as he is dealing with the fallout from him refusing to release these Epstein files that he campaigned on that he would. So he goes back to what he knows works. Because here's the thing, white supremacists, MAGA, that base, they may get outraged over SA towards children and this whole Epstein fiasco, but if there's something that they're going to be more outraged about, it's a successful black person. And if they have the opportunity to tear a black person down who has made a change in the world, who is successful, who their life pushes back against the whole racist notion that black people are less, they're going to attack that person. So I need you to know that this is all a strategy to distract from this Epstein file fiasco. And I want to activate you and implore you to speak out. If you see memes about President Obama being arrested, call it out. It's racism. If you see people saying disrespectful things about these MLK files, call it out. It's racism. And also in the midst of it, be clear that he is using racism to distract from SA against children because he knows he's in trouble. Okay, this can unfurl the whole thing. So he is playing to his base's prejudice. He is playing to his base's racism. It's not even prejudice. It's worse than that. It's racism. Let me be very clear with my language. He is playing to his base's hate and racism to distract from these Epstein files, and we will not let it happen. Number one, we always fight against racism. And number two, we will not let him use this or whatever else he's going to use, because there are other things coming. Just get ready. You're going to see a lot of very intense things happen, and it's going to be to try to distract from these Epstein files. We will not let that happen, because Black people deserve to be protected, and so do children. And so we will fight for justice for both. So please speak up, be loud, be brave. The times demand it.
Okay, 3.5 minute long clip. I had to pause 60 seconds into it because it was so predictable where she was going with this. She's setting it up nicely. She's kind of like, slowly trying to put the MAGA base in a corner here until she gets obvious. What's the one thing that unites MAGA all together? Racism. How ridiculous and how little of a thought process do you liberals truly have? Do you not have anything else in your arsenal? There would be no more racism in the Republican Party than there clearly is in the Democrat Party. And you liberals are probably sitting out there going, what do you mean the Democrat Party? No, they believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion, and all that other stuff. That's the point. Look how many of you white liberal women are sitting out there always jumping to the defense of Black people. Let them defend themselves. Do you not realize that your pandering gets a little bit annoying to them? The party that you guys keep voting for, the Democrat Party, they are the party of division. Keep in mind, when it came to freeing the slaves a long time ago, half of you liberals don't even know this, which is the crazy thing. You just assume that it was the Democrats that set the slaves free when you were absolutely incorrect. That was the Republicans. The Democrats did not want to end slavery, but what did they do? They agreed to it, and they kind of kept slavery going in the form of voters. It is no coincidence that he is attacking two of the most successful, revered Black men in history. Okay, MLK Jr., I'll give you guys that one there. Barack Obama, when he first came around in 2008, I fell for it too. You throw that guy in front of a microphone, he sounds great. It was refreshing, it was something different. He was extremely charismatic. By the end of his second term, you caught on that the guy was a complete fraud. Irrefutable evidence was just put out about what he orchestrated. Yet you guys that flies right over your head. You don't want to hear it, you don't want to believe it because it came from the Trump administration. Your past two Democrat presidents literally committed treason. Barack Obama, on his way out, tried to undermine the Trump presidency. Then you had Joseph Robinette Biden, with his 81 million popular votes, decide to weld your border walls wide open and put a gigantic welcome mat for everybody, anybody, doesn't matter what part of the world you are from, come to America. The United States has always had foreign countries that are not exactly big fans of theirs. It's not exactly easy to take out the United States. Geographically, they're set up pretty nicely. It's been determined a long time ago that the only way to bring down the United States of America is from within. And if you guys, with your critical thinking and your pattern recognition, cannot start to put some of these pieces of the puzzle together, it's not the most difficult thing to put together to see the big picture. But no, it's not only that you liberals are literally sitting in a massive state of denial, you guys are also going through a major case of Stockholm Syndrome. Okay, she's really pulling out all the bells and whistles here. Okay, so MAGA, with their white supremacy and all, yes, it infuriates them to think about SA, sexual abuse, with children. Anybody who would not get furious about that has something wrong with them. But what really infuriates MAGA is watching a successful Black person. You guys truly need some new material. This is getting old, this is getting stale. It's not even truly offensive. It's almost, like secondhand embarrassment. You just end up looking like another brain-dead, propagandized, white liberal woman who is pandering to the Black community. I don't know what bonus points you're hoping to get out of a video like this. If MAGA is so incredibly racist and they're all white supremacists, how do you explain all the people that don't have my skin tone that are part of MAGA, that wear that hat, that say that they do not feel like they made a mistake voting for Donald Trump and they would gladly do it again? How do you explain those people? Or did MAGA give birth to the very first black white supremacists. The whole racist notion that black people are less, they're going to attack that person. Let me set a reminder for all of you liberals out there, all of you far progressive leftists that just don't seem to be able to actually use the frontal lobe of your brain. On a daily basis, now I watch a lot of these videos, I'm on TikTok, I'm on X, I'm all over the place, I absorb a lot of this garbage, a lot of that leftist negativity. And I see a lot of videos from people on the right as well. And one thing I can say is when it comes to the topic of racism, I only hear it from left-wing accounts. And the only time I ever hear the word racist or racism being mentioned out of a MAGA account or anybody who's conservative or Republican, even if they don't identify as MAGA, it's when they're laughing about liberals calling them racist. Now I know that we bring it up quite a bit when we call you guys the party of joy, the party of unity, and you guys tell us to get some new material, but if you have noticed one thing, you guys truly do have some racism in you. Racism that you're not scared to hide whatsoever, and that racism is towards Trump supporters. You see, racism isn't just always about skin color, the way that you guys try and paint it out to be. You guys completely hate the idea of MAGA. You hate the idea of anything that has to do with Donald Trump. You hate the whole culture. And the truth is, when it comes to us compared to you, we are the party of joy. We are the party of unity. And you guys hate that. Okay guys, that is it for this one. If you guys like this type of content and you're not subscribed to the channel as of yet, please consider doing so. Besides that, if you guys can like the video, interact with it in one way or another, that'll be greatly appreciated. And until then, I shall see you guys in your next video. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, what's up, America? Donald Trump with the Epstein files that were supposed to be released, but now people are saying it's a cover-up, and now Democrats want it released, but Ghislaine Maxwell is now saying that she's willing to testify, but Republicans are blocking her. Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? So as you know, Donald Trump was supposed to release the Epstein files. They got a binder worth of it out, and now Pam Bondi says that there's nothing to show. So everybody's talking that there's a cover-up, and even Democrats are trying to see the Epstein files now. But Ghislaine Maxwell is now saying that she's ready to testify and reveal the names of all the people that were on the list, and Republicans are blocking her from doing so. That's right. That's fucking right. Republicans have stated that they're going to block any testimony from Ghislaine Maxwell about Jeffrey Epstein. So that's really fucked up. Who's on this list? The Rothschilds? What's the deal? Because now we have Republicans pushing back on getting answers from Ghislaine Maxwell. Why would Republicans do that? Who are they protecting? What the fuck? I mean, is there some space alien overlord that's on this list we're not aware of? Is it every Republican senator that's on the list? Why are you protecting people? What the fuck? This looks like more than a cover-up. What this looks like is there might be some names or associates of people you know that you don't want to be sent to jail. Looks like you're covering that up. That's what it looks like to me. Clear as crystal, plain as day. Ghislaine Maxwell is ready to testify and openly give the public the names, and you're blocking her. Republicans are blocking her. So what is wrong with this government? How bad is this actually? I don't give a fuck about your political friends. I don't care about your donors, billionaires, celebrities. I want to see people with handcuffs on being led to jail for diddling children. Why is it that the regular creep on the street will be in jail for 60 years and you're playing softball and covering the names up? I want to see celebrity diddlers in fucking prison in orange jumpsuits being led down the pathway by an FBI agent. Whether it's a celebrity, whether it's a senator, whether it's a politician, a king, I don't give a fuck. These are child diddlers, you fucking asswipes. And Republicans are blocking that? Fuck you! I can't stand liberals, but fuck you! This is getting into time for a revolution territory, don't you think?